So, hello everyone. Hope everyone is doing great. This is Girish, and welcome again to Knowledge Central, where we just learn and grow together. And I try my best to share my knowledge as much as possible. So, yeah, let's get on with this episode of discussing the book summaries and some concise insights. So today we'll be discussing about No More Mr. Nice Guy. It's a pretty well-drafted book by Robert.A.Glover, and he tries to explain about the stereotype surrounding the, quote unquote, nice guy, why it's not a good idea to be the nice guy in the room, or, it's good to be kind and polite, but, you know, when it goes to a certain degree where you jeopardize yourself and, cut short on your own happiness, and, when you are not happy with what you're doing to others, that's when this nice guy syndrome gets toxic, and it does not do any good for your own mental health as well. So he just put forward a lot of points. I might not call this framework, but kind of a strategy of what to look for when socialize with other people, when you're a group of people, and how to, avoid a lot of toxic or the false beliefs which you might have. So let's get on with this. And always, as usual, starting with a favorite quote from author. It's when we start trying to please everyone around us, or especially the nice guys, they often end up pleasing no one at all, like including themselves. And especially you never, 100% fulfill someone else. And of course, you also try, you also don't get anything from that. And especially you tend to be unhappy, and you feel that you're not giving your best, and you're jeopardizing your own happiness and sacrifice a lot, and then end up, pleasing no one. So it's pretty a deep quote. And moving on to the insights from the book, and one of the first lessons, which I feel is really important, is we need to know when to speak, and especially when something is bothering. And when we are not happy about something, say, for instance, when a person is recommending a movie or recommending a restaurant, or, ordering some food, when you feel that you don't like it, or when you feel that you might not go along with it, you need to probably tell that person in the best kind, polite way possible, of course. You're not going to shout at him saying, okay, I'm not happy with this, but you need to put forward in the right way. And that's when right way of communication is also important. But you need to remember to speak up, right? Especially you just, don't agree with it. And then, you're trying to avoid the conflict. And that's when people try to be, people feel that they're nice, but they're actually jeopardizing their own happiness, right? Say, for example, you're going for a movie and you don't say anything for the genre selected, and you don't like the movie, and the entire 3 hours is a waste of time. And you feel that since you didn't say anything, you think you're the nice guy, but at the end, others actually don't realize what you're sacrificing, and you're not happy for the 3 hours of a movie which you don't like. So you need to speak up front, but of course, in a polite manner as much as possible, especially to who you're talking to. So if it's a boss, if it's your friend, if it's your family member, you need to make sure that you, communicate this accordingly. So that's first lesson. The second lesson is also pretty straightforward, but it's very hard for the nice guys, or especially people who think they want to be nice. For them, it's hard trap to avoid, is to put yourself first. Whenever I find someone trying to be nice, is they try to put the others first, the friends surrounding them, their family, their mom and dad, sometimes their boss, etc. Not realizing that they are expanding their boundaries. Like, for example, in your company, you work 3 or 4 extra hours to please your boss, but, putting your boss or the company first, but, you're jeopardizing your mental health. You're getting more stressed, you're getting lesser sleep. So make sure that you always put yourself first. And this is what I tell to most of my friends around me, that always try to put yourself first, your mental and physical health first. That always comes first. And it's easy to see once you start doing it, and then, bring that practice, and you feel much more satisfied at the end of the day, even though, you might have, you might feel that you might have made few people unhappy, but at the end of the day, you should be happy first and then make others happy. And that's my simple logic. So you fill your cup first and then try to fill everyone else's cup. I'm not asking to not fill anyone's cup, or, just be totally selfish and don't care about others' happiness, of course, others' opinions or etc. But it's really important to prioritize yourself first and then give attention to other people, take into consideration everyone's opinion, then mutually have a decision considering everyone's priority, right? Again, if I say we need to put ourselves as a first priority, and of course for them also it goes the same way. So we need to make sure that we mutually come to agreement considering everyone's boundaries, but for yourself, you need to come first. Simple as that. And finally, he tells something about the toxic inner beliefs. And this is mostly for people who think few things might, bring up a conflict or a fight or make them unhappy, but it actually doesn't. It just, again, ending up, making no one happy. So there are a few toxic beliefs, toxic inner beliefs, especially the nice guy syndrome, or the nice guy usually have. And you'll get rid of your frustrations. And if that goes, again, I think it'll give you much more clarity. And he puts forward few important toxic inner beliefs. The first one is, if you might actually think, especially the nice guys might think, if you're nice to them, they will like you. It's definitely might be a little bit true, but then it fades away and it's not going to work for long run, right? Simple as that. And it's also a very false idea to believe that if you meet their needs, if you just satisfy their needs, they will be doing the same thing back. And this is one of the very, very hard traps to avoid. And this is one of the things which make the nice guys also sad. And especially, people who are nice to everyone end up being sad because nobody reciprocates the same thing to them. It is, again, one of the things which I learned from experience a little bit. And then I slowly tried to, learn more about expectation management, and I'm getting better at it, of course. So you can never expect the same thing, especially if you're the nicest person. You never get the reciprocated niceness back to you because you're the nicest person in the room, and it's clear. So if you put yourself first, if you put your boundaries first, and then try to be nice, you never get upset, not expecting the same thing in return, because you've already put yourself first. You met your boundaries and needs. So that's how it goes. And finally, another toxic belief is, when you feel that you're not upsetting them, means that your life will be problem free. Nope. Maybe at a very upper level you might feel that, but subconsciously you're unhappy because you're not speaking up where it really needs to be spoken, and you're not exactly getting what you want. You just end up satisfying someone else. You feel that you end up satisfying someone else, so everybody's happy, but again, you're not happy, right? Especially deep inside, that I could have done differently. We could have watched some other movie, we could have gone to a different restaurant, or we could have done something else productively. It's no point regretting. So it's really important to think when taking any decision or when doing something to a particular person, do you really mean full-heartedly do it? And especially, do you first of all have that, and are you first of all happy and satisfied with a decision you're going to take? And then try to, of course, put others needs and necessities as well. We need to be sympathetic and compassionate. Everything is there, but we should not get confused between being sympathetic and compassionate with depreciating your own happiness, like sacrificing something which you really like or really love for others in order to be nice. So that's when the nice guys become more toxic, especially for yourself. So try to avoid all these. And I think once you really try to be self-aware and know what you want and put a strict boundaries, I think we'll lead much happier and healthier life, and not only for us, but also for people surrounding us. So with this, I think we come to the conclusion of this book. So hope everyone liked it. And as usual, feel free to comment on the next books you want to hear, or any comments on this book, how probably to change, improve, add-ons, etc. And yeah, have a wonderful day ahead. and wish everyone good luck.